Hello, Professor Puff class. This is Nickole Romeiko again for our Week 12 discussion. This week here, it is based on burnout. If I was working in any type of agency and I felt that I was having burnout, basically. So my job right now is being a stay-at-home mom and going to school full-time with classes. I'm taking 5 classes total, and the stress of having to do all the work here, make dinner, do laundry, dishes, keep the house clean, plus take care of 5 classes, plus pay all the bills, make sure that everything is paid for, and if anything goes wrong with the house, to deal with that at the same time, is somewhat similar to what someone with burnout would go through. So basically, the signs that I would be paying attention to would be when I withdraw myself from responsibilities where I just don't want to do anything. I isolate myself from my friends and family, and I don't really talk to people. I just want to be by myself. I would procrastinate with getting my schoolwork done until the last very minute to when I actually have to get it done. I would use like food or alcohol to be able to use as a coping mechanism. Sometimes when I would feel overly stressed, you would use alcohol to handle that a little bit better. And a main key one is taking out my frustrations on somebody else. And the ways that I would be able to handle this is I would take a time out, first of all, from everything. I would do some breathing exercises, spend some me time, go outside, get some sun, go for a walk, get moving. I would also like work on changing my eating habits and just get more physically active, because when you're physically active, you create endorphins, and endorphins make you happy. I would do other hobbies of mine that make me happy as well, working on cars and that sort of a thing, and spending time with my family. So it was a really good one. I would use the breathing techniques that I've understood from my issues with military service in order to reassociate my breathing habits, in order to calm myself down when I have high levels of anxiety, because I do get that as well when I'm overly stressed or overwhelmed, and feeling like into a state of despair, sort of a thing. 3 stressors that influence my role in what I do is when I'm taking on more than I can handle. Like this semester, I'm taking on 5 classes, plus my son is starting baseball, on top of having to help him with his school projects and his reading specialties that he needs help with, and everything else like that. Another stressor is finances, because I'm not working right now due to injuries from an accident that I was in May. So the stressors of having to make sure all the bills are paid, and kind of being really strained with the income and how money is spent, and dealing with cars that break down and having to pay a lot of money to get them fixed. And another stressor is feeling like I am unappreciated for everything that I do around here. That is something that my family and I have been working on. We've been using a lot of the different coping mechanisms that this book talks about. So we use problem-focused coping, where whenever an issue does arise, my husband and I will talk about it, discuss it. If it's a grown-up problem, if it's an issue between me and my son, we will discuss it and work it out, or try to find a different way of handling it. When it is an emotion-focused coping mechanism, this is something where I will take a time out. I'll work on breathing exercises. I will go outside. I will go for a walk, get some sunlight, something where I'm able to alter my mind perspective on the issue at hand. And the appraisal focused one is one that my husband has been doing a fantastic job of, where when he comes home from work and the house is clean, the dishes are done, dinner's made for him, waiting for him, so all he has to do is just sit down. He allows me the opportunity of him telling me, that he's thankful for what I've done for him. And he tells me all the time, that he's proud that I'm going to school, that I'm, keeping up with my grades and everything else. So it's really fantastic the fact that I'm able to identify when I'm getting to that burnout point and when I'm able to do things to cope with that so that I don't go through the complete burnout stage of symptoms. Because honestly, when you're in that burnout stage, you cannot function as a member of society, and having young children at home, that puts a damper on that, as well as any relationships that you do have. So I hope that that works for everybody. Enjoy the rest of your week coming up, and have a good rest of the semester. Bye.